Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, Asha Knows Best, and today I wanted to talk about the whole interview that Caresha did on basically herself, well her friend Saucy Santana had did for her on her show, Caresha Please, and basically it gave us an insight on how she was feeling because we haven't really heard anything from Miami since all this stuff with her ex Diddy's been going on, and then we got the recent change with them broken up, her and her group member JT. They're no longer a thing, and she spoke on how she feels about how everything is going. And the first thing that Saucy Santana asked Young Miami about was, how is she doing? Like, is she okay? And she said in so many words, well, she said out of her mouth that she was all over the place, but in so many words, she's basically saying she's mentally unstable right now. Like, one day she's crying, one day she's happy. It's like she's just all over the place and she doesn't know what to do. And she also mentioned that she didn't get any phone calls. Nobody asked how she was doing and, anything like that. When this whole thing with Diddy came up, she said she felt like it was more like an aha moment. Like, oh, you thought you won. You thought because you had him, you thought you won. So it's more like people were celebrating her downfall. That's basically what she said she felt like. And that's pretty interesting because you would think that her friend, and her group member JT would have reached out, but I mean, hey, she said no one reached out, so I'm assuming she didn't either. And also, Saucy Santana talked about how she's changed, like how he's seen a change in Young Miami so much, and how she doesn't move the same. And I honestly can agree with Saucy on that because Young Miami does not move how she used to be. I remember her first interviews; it used to be like so kind of like ignorant. It was just like it didn't make no sense. She was all over the place. But after she dealt with Diddy, I can honestly see that she moves different. I can see that she has a lot of businesses. She's an elevated. She got with Diddy and she had Diddy elevate her. And I ain't mad at her because her thinking has changed. And that's the truth. When you deal with a man that's on another level, that's above you, if 9 times out of 10, he's going to elevate you unless he's just want to use you as a toy or you're not smart enough to know how to gain knowledge from him. But Young Miami was very smart because I can see the growth mentally in her. And she's like lawyers and this and that, and she doesn't just lash out and say things like she used to. And but also with that, it's like a backlash with that because she's also stated that she doesn't feel like she can be herself because now it's like, because Diddy's not around, so now she, even though she has changed and she is smarter in certain things, she's still that ghetto girl. She still got that. That's her personality. It was not fake. That's just her. So, and that's what made her popular. But now people are making fun, like, oh gosh, get a life. Like, you sound so ignorant. How can someone stop being themselves? How? It's like, so she's like all over the place with that. She can't even be herself. So it's like she doesn't know which way to go. And also, not only has she, the whole thing with Diddy broken apart and she has to deal with that, she also has to deal with the whole thing with her group member breaking up. Her and her, they were friends too, like family. And now they're no longer together. And I kind of feel like that kind of has started happening once Caresha started dealing with Diddy more and she got that show. I kind of felt like that was the beginning of the end of the City Girls because it was like, what was she gonna do? Like, the City Girls is like, that's supposed to be a thing, but now you have this show and JT's not a part of it. So it's like that's already breaking apart the group. So JT just found her own space, and the downfall is that she's just happened to be shining. But you got to remember when Caresha was up, JT wasn't doing much. All we knew was that she was dealing with Uzi, and then their relationship was all over the place. And Caresha was living in her own life, in her own world, and that's what it was. Now the tables has turned. Now JT is doing good. She looking good. She got some good music out, and everybody's checking for her right now. She's got a feature with Nicki. Like, she's doing her thing right now. She's up. And I mean, congratulations to JT. Unfortunately, it's just not Caresha's time. Caresha was having her moment where she was shining, and JT had to figure herself out. And I feel like with people, as you get older and mature and you guys have different lifestyles, you guys can grow apart naturally. Doesn't mean you don't like each other, you just grow apart. And you got to remember, Carisha is a mother. JT is not. You know, they're not even on the same level with that. And also, I wanted to say, to address the whole situation with Carisha saying that Diddy wasn't like that with her, because Saucy asked her, like, hey, why didn't you ever speak out? And she basically said, like, he wasn't like that with me. He didn't treat me like that, so how could I speak out on something I know nothing about? And honestly, I can believe that could be the truth, because I feel like men can give different women different sides of them. You know, maybe Diddy didn't see Carisha in that light to hurt her. Maybe, you know, she's a star, you know, make her look nice. You know, she got to look good. She's going to be in front of the camera. Maybe he just, you know, cared a little more, and maybe he just felt like he didn't want to treat her like that. Or maybe it was something about her. He like, you know what? She ain't going to take that from me. You know, she ain't going to take that. And then there's some women that are more vulnerable than others. You know, men know who to do that type of stuff too. You gotta know that it could be a man. You can deal with a man that was really aggressive and beat the crap out of you, and he'll get with another woman and never touch her. So I mean, it can happen. So I can see that. So, but that's my opinion, you know, on this whole situation with that. So that's why she said she never spoke out with Diddy. So I can respect that, you know, and that's not her place to do that, you know. Diddy shouldn't have been doing that. He should have kept his hands to himself, because he's a grown man. Ain't nobody responsible for no grown man but himself. Also, she went over the whole reason why she didn't jump into the whole back and forth with Cardi B and JT, because Carisha was like, why am I gonna, I mean, that's my girl and all, but she fussing about a track that I wasn't even aware of. So how am I gonna jump into something that I wasn't even on there? She wasn't even on the Bad and Bougie track, so that was kind of funny. But yeah, so I understand that. Like, yeah, I would have been like, hey, wait a minute, how am I defending you? If anything, I need to be talking to you. Like, why I don't know about this track? Like, what you doing behind my back? But anyways, overall, I feel like it was a pretty good interview, and I feel like she really opened up. And I would suggest you guys check it out. And what do you guys think? What did you guys watch the interview? And if you did, tell me, do you think what I said was pretty accurate? Please, let's talk about it in the comment section below. Please remember, you know what? This is what I want you guys to remember. Just know that hard times don't last, and that you will get through it. Whatever you're getting through, whatever you're going through right now, you're going to get through it. Don't stress about it, because stress does nothing but hurt you. Because this is the thing, if you stress yourself out and worry about something and it turns out right, you stressed your body out for no reason. So how about we just take a deep breath and just walk in faith and know things are going to be all right. And 9 times out of 10, it's going to be all right. And that's what the message I want to give you guys today. But also, I want you guys to please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget, Asha knows best.